Well, it's a new day, and I'm obsessing over details again regarding the thermostat of a 2002 Camry Sportivo. There are some interesting things about it I'd like to share. Um, After 114,000 Ks, this gasket, it's gone like crumbly and breaking. It's doing all this crumbling, breaking. So what I would say about that is uh, the brand or one you choose could really matter. And also, after seeing this, I would want to be checking them after 100,000 Ks because the rubber is just deteriorated. The other thing with mine, when I changed mine, it only had that rubber seal around the thermostat, um, which is this one here. That's the one, that's a Tridon largemouth. But this one had a much more quality rubber gasket, and I think that's all it had. It didn't have a extra gasket surrounding that for the mating flange between the water inlet housing and the thermostat housing. It only had that rubber gasket, which looks a lot more quality. And so I went from that thinking, all right, all I need is the black seal going around the outside of the thermostat. So that's all I ordered. And the one I just showed you is that one after 114,000 Ks. And this time I have ordered the extra gasket. At this point, I don't know whether the extra gasket for the two mating surfaces can go together with that rubber one around the thermostat. Well, it sinks in to the housing with the rubber around the thermostat. And then I'm thinking you can use the proper normal type gasket on the flange on the outside. And I think from my experience now, I think you always should. I'm going to try it. And I've ordered a new one to go around the outside as well. And I think that could be an important thing that I missed before, because when I pulled it out, it just had this rubber, but this is a very high quality rubber that went around this much more quality looking thermostat. But all those kilometers ago, when I took this out, I didn't know its history, but I tell you, the weight of it, it's heavier. It looks more, if you just compare, it could actually be a Toyota original. It has the 82 Celsius mark, and I don't really see a Toyota sign. I see that little V sign, which I've also seen on knock sensors in my car, so that could be a Toyota marking that little V sign. I don't know. But by the quality and the feel of it, I would not be surprised at all if that's Toyota original. It's so much heavier than this Tridon. But that being said, this Tridon TT281-180, and there's also a 180P. But in the comments on Super Cheap Auto here in Australia, an ex-Toyota technician commented on the TT281-180 and said that this is as good as Toyota, that he's an ex-Toyota technician and he recommended it. And that's the Tridon largemouth. But that being said, that feels so much more quality. It's heavier, you can just see the build quality. And it measured the same. All the measurements were the same, like 44 from there to there, and that's 44 from there to there. What do you got? 56 across there and 56 across there. And regarding that 44, I have seen some that say they fit my car, but they're only 36 from there to there. So I wouldn't do it. I think they need to be 44 from that flange to that. I wouldn't go under 44 from what I'm seeing here, because the one the guy recommended from Tridon is 44 from there to there. This one's 44. These are the same. They're 29, 29, and the only difference on this is that this mouth, when I measure from there to there, I think I got 1 mil bigger than the wide mouth Tridon. Yeah, so I measured from where that opens on the edge to that edge, and then I measured that to that. And this was about almost 1 mil bigger, but very close. Yeah, this rubber gasket, I don't know the history of this, that's why I was afraid to use it, but even the rubber gasket here looks a much better quality than this. And this is just breaking apart after 114,000 Ks. So just watch out with these gaskets, especially if you're only using that one and you're not using a secondary flange gasket. Just watch out for that, because I think you could have breaking down after 100,000 Ks.